of a different tack. A lot of you already know me. I'm Greg Harrell. I'm the chairman here of the Hood County Republican Party. Really proud to walk that walk with all of you here in this room as Republicans. So at your table, you had one of these door hanger cards that are re-elect Greg Harrell. But on the back, you'll look at this real pretty scene of the Lake Granbury here in Hood County. And I want to talk about that a little bit instead of about me. As you all know, I also serve as SRAC committee man for SD 22. The SRAC is effectively the board of directors for the Republican Party of Texas. And so I'm going to let you in on a little thing that's developing and I need to move very quickly, but this is the first time that you all are going to hear this news. I submitted a resolution earlier this week on data centers to the Resolutions Committee of the RPT down in Austin. And I'll head down there on Friday to take it up. I'm a member of the Resolutions Committee as well. But here, I want to read this resolution to all of you because what I want you to do is I want you to be encouraged about the fight in regards to data centers. You all know where I stand on that issue, I think. I have been, since day one, I was an early adopter of the fact that we really need to deal with this. So listen very carefully to this resolution. Resolution on the establishment of additional data centers in the state of Texas, whereas the pace of data center construction has exponentially increased across the United States and within the state of Texas, driven by the increasing demand for digital infrastructure, data aggregation, artificial intelligence, cryptocurrency mining, and related transaction settlement processes, and cloud computing services. Whereas local resistance to data center projects has emerged across many states, including in Texas, due to concerns about the adverse impact of these massive projects on surrounding communities, the environment, public health, increased consumer costs, and local resources. And whereas the state of Texas electrical grid, managed by the Electric Reliability Council of Texas, ERCOT, is already under significant strain due to a rapidly increasing demand for electricity, and whereas the projection data indicate that without expanded capacity and infrastructure investments, Texas could face substantial shortfalls in electricity generation and grid reliability over the next decade, raising risk of instability and increasingly higher energy costs for consumers. And whereas rapid increases in electricity demand attributable to data centers have raised concern among grid operators and regulators about how to balance large, continuous loads with the need to maintain reliable service for residential, agriculture, and business customers, especially during peak summer demand and extreme weather events. We just went through one. And whereas Texas faces persistent water scarcity and drought conditions in many regions of the state, leading to constraints on municipal water supplies and water management challenges for both agricultural and residential users. And whereas data centers, particularly the larger facilities commonly known as hyperscalers, require substantial volumes of water for cooling and related operations. And whereas estimates suggest that data center water use in Texas may reach tens of billions of gallons annually, with some projections indicating potential consumption of hundreds of billions of gallons by 2030, equating to a meaningful share of statewide water use amidst ongoing drought conditions. And whereas current regulations in Texas provide only limited requirements, and you need to hear this, the county is faced with this, limited requirements for transparent reporting and planning related to water consumption by data centers, making it difficult for communities and water planners to anticipate and manage future water supply needs. Therefore, be it resolved by the Republican Party of Texas that we hereby express our strong opposition to the establishment of additional large-scale data centers in the state of Texas until comprehensive enforceable safeguards are in place that protect electrical grid reliability, ensure responsible water use, and respect community resources and public health needs. The state of Texas and relevant regulatory bodies should act and enforce policies that require transparent reporting of both anticipated electricity and water water demand for all proposed data center projects with full disclosure to local and state planning authorities and the public before final approval. No future data center project shall be approved without a rigorous, independent assessment of impacts on the state grid and regional water resources, including in-depth plans that detail how the project will not degrade electric grid reliability or contribute to water shortages for households, farmers, and local industries. State agencies should adopt planning and regulatory standards that prioritize local resource sustainability, such as mandatory integration of water-efficient cooling technologies or utilization of waste or reclaimed water for cooling. The Texas legislature should prioritize legislation that provide mechanisms for counties, municipalities, and other appropriate governing bodies to participate meaningfully in land and resource use decisions. All right. I drafted this on Saturday. I hope the RPT will approve it. It will give us some guidance for the legislature in the future on what we need in regards to data centers here in the state of Texas. We have to get this under control. We all moved to this picture. That's why we came to Granbury. That's why we came to Hood County. I'm not asking for more regulation, but I'm asking for people first. People first. That's what the Constitution talks about, it's people first. So I'm going down there to represent Hood County. I'm going down there to represent each of you. Pray for us on Saturday that this thing passes. This will give us the guidance we need, some of the tools that we need to do the battles that to fight the battles that we are currently fighting. My name is Greg Harrell. I'm running for Hood County Chair once again. My signs are in the hallway. I appreciate your vote in early voting, and I thank you for your support. God bless each and every one of you.